Okay, so you know how I'm always digging up plants and moving them. And you know how I get to right about here in my garden and I think I need more flower presence. It's just all green, right? Look at my Florida native wildflower garden. There's hardly anything blooming. There's cool stuff back there. And of course the starry rosin weed. I want this full of blooms. This is right outside my garden room. This is a butterfly garden. I want flowers everywhere. I want a runway of flowers all the way down. I want my whole garden to look like this and this and this and not really this. Now here's the thing. I love this garden. I love these plants. I know what they look like when they're bloom and they're beautiful. It's not that I don't love them. It's that they don't provide the enticements for butterflies. I mean, butterflies will travel through here. They definitely come to the starry rosin weed, but the majority of my butterflies are down there. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dig up my Florida native wildflower garden. I'm gonna put it back in the side yard. I am going to fill that side yard with Florida native wildflowers, Florida native shrubs, Florida native small trees. Well, they'll be potted. I don't know if I'll put any of my potted trees out there. And then this is going to become another nectar garden, which will include some Florida natives. These are not leaving the area. These are staying. But there's going to be pentas and zinnias and Mexican sunflowers in this space. And all these glorious plants are going to get their own space where they can live and thrive and grow and invite in native pollinators and butterflies. It'll be fabulous. And it's going to be all right out here. Sorry you have to hear my air conditioner, but it's just not going to be quiet at the end of August. And I can just do it slowly here and there. And my husband is not going to have to mow this section. And I can put in a couple garden pathways. So my Florida native wildflower garden is going to like triple, maybe even quadruple in size. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And you guys just get to come along for the ride. I cannot. This is going to keep me so busy for the end of summer and into fall. And honestly, this is a really great time of year to take on such a project. I know you're thinking I'm crazy because it's hot. But we're at the time of year where we get these good, really regular, drenching rains. And so if I'm moving plants, it'll give them a good chance to restore their roots, get them deep and set in well, and then spend fall in their period of dormancy, because a lot of the Florida natives go dormant, you know, still establishing their roots. And then come spring, they're just going to be raring to go. I'm going to have a whole field. It'll be my Florida native wildflower meadow like you, Janet. I'm gonna have a meadow like you. You know who you are, Janet. I'm so excited. Okay, so first things first though, I do want to start with that cornerstone wild lime I want planted out there right here right now. Here we are. There it is. I dug the hole. Let me tell you how easy it is to dig out here because there's nothing. And the dirt, look at how nice the soil looks out here. it's beautiful. So I think that the native plants will just absolutely love it out here and thrive. And so it begins. First plant of my new Florida native plant, Florida native wildflower garden. And there's my patch of Biden's alba right there that we just have never mown, and it's going to stay. Look, as a matter of fact, look, I spot it from here. There's a passiflora incense growing up in here, and look who's on it. A little golf fritillary caterpillar. Woohoo! Okay, I've been in deep thought and pondering and consideration of my new Florida native wildflower meadow and this garden right here that is going to slowly become that meadow. I love the idea of expanding my garden down the whole side yard, relying on what my garden can provide. But of course, I'll probably be picking up some things at the nectary at some point. So what I thought out is I really want to kind of have the garden in the meadow be more like a sample garden. So instead of everything spread around kind of willy-nilly, have clusters of things so that when they're in bloom, you know, I can show them to you and talk about what they look like, and we can see how they go dormant and just how they go through their whole phases of life. So there'll be multiple plants together. I'll probably just do one section of asters because there's so many. I don't have it all straight, but I know I want to do that. And I also don't want anything super tall out there. I want it to look like a kind of even-ish field of wildflowers with a backdrop of some Florida native small trees like the wild lime. And I've got a coral bean I want to move out there. That fiddlewood could go out there. I can dig it up and move it. And then, what was I going to say? I don't know what else I was going to say. All that. So, what I'm going to start with today is, okay, I'm on my way out there, but this is happening and I just want you to see it. This is what zebra longwings do. This is called pupil mating, and those two zebra longwings are males, and they're holding on to a chrysalis of a female that is about to eclose, and they're gonna fight to be the one to get her. I mean, she's not even gonna barely be out, and they're gonna be doing that thing they do. Can you believe that? Poor little female. But that's how they work. That's their little survival skill. Look at them both hanging on there. All right, I'm gonna go out to the meadow that's currently grass and show you what my plan is for today. That is something else. Okay, so here we are. There's my one little wild lime. So, you know me, I'm a person that likes my boundaries and borders to fill in. Sorry, the air conditioner's loud. It's hot. The air is not going to go off. So I want to come right up there where the double gate is. There's a gate post right there. So that's right at the edge of the clump of Biden's alba. That's going to be my start line. So I want to put in a border over here that's going to line up with the wild lime. So I think a good way to offset that is I'll put another wild lime right here, and then I want to do a row of a good little low barrier shrub that's not going to hide everything, and I have the perfect idea for that. So let me get this started. I want to dig out my little first garden space. It's going to be a long rectangle, and prepare to plant another wild lime, and I'll be back. So I did a little rethinking. This is where I started digging my first hole. All of this grass here is this thick St. Augustine that has grown over to our yard from our neighbor's yard. And it is like digging through concrete. It's so thick. So I moved my line from the front edge of the house down about halfway. I just cut my new garden in half, but listen, it can still go that way, to in line with the edge of the shrub right there. So I've dug my hole. I'm gonna put my wild lime in here. I can slowly, easily make my way that way, but this is good. I have all this space in here to work with. And this dirt was so easy to dig, so easy, and it smells so good. I am just having the best time out here. I love digging, especially when it's easy digging, not digging through a mat of St. Augustine, but like this weedy stuff that we've got going on here. Okay, let me go grab the wild lime tree and I'll be right back. So here I am back here. Here's my work area, and here's my row of potted wild lime. So this one seems to always need water. So I'm gonna take this one and get it in the ground. That way it can always get water. Look at this huge Mexican sunflower growing up back here. I cannot wait till it starts blooming. It's gonna be fabulous. Okay, so that was so dry, I wanted to go ahead and water it in. There's one more thing I want to plant out here, and then we're going to do a little something else. Be right back. All right, the other plant I want to put in there is this hammock snakeroot. And the reason why is because all the way down to the bottom, it's leafy and not scrappy. It's evergreen and it stays small. I have a lot of them in here, and I only want to move one of them because I want to do a test planting to make sure it can survive being transplanted. I've got a nice little hole dug for it, pre-dug, ready to go. So I'm going to sneak shovel up the hammock snakeroot and put it in the ground over there, and hopefully it won't even know anything happened. See, where's the base of it? Right up there. To get the shovel under as deep as I can and just start leaning back. See if I can pop it up. Oh, that was easy. And then I grab the top of it. And oh my gosh, one shovel. That was lovely. Hopefully that's a sign. Okay, I've got it on the shovel. I'm just going to carry it over and plop it in the hole. And whew, look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's taller than I realized. Like, that, look, it's as tall as a wild lime. That's fabulous, though. Okay, let me go fill it in. And looky there. Oh my gosh, I hope it does well. So imagine a whole little row of those going across. Kind of making my border. Of the meadow. Okay, so now I want to do one more thing out there. The weeds and whatever are going to be real quick to want to grow up in my little dirt stretch where I'm going to plant the other hammock snake roots when this one proves it can survive a transplant, which it's going to do. So I have something I'm going to put down there to keep anything from deciding it wants to grow in my dirt patch. And there we go. So it's begun. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, now there's something I want to do in the garden from where that came. I forgot, there's more than one thing I want to do here. In this garden, there's a lot of potted things. And so those will be some of the first things to get to move over because I don't have to dig them out and move them. So I want to pull them all out and see what they are. They won't necessarily all go over there. And then that's also going to make some space because I want to get a red pentas in this garden. I really want it right down there. I think there's some lyre-leaf sage growing in down there. It will be right in front of the trellised starry rosinweed and behind this lovely tall liriope. I think a red pentas is needed. Imagine red pentas with the yellow. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. And I'm leaving a lot of this because I love it. So when I get all that hammock snake root out, I'll see, you know, what's left. But the Indian plantain back there, that's staying. Like that, at first I was kind of displaying the flowers, but now absolutely I love it. It's like big, you know what it reminds me of? A giant round leaf thoroughwort. There's actually, hang on, let me get the hose out of here so I can, you like my sprinkler system now. I've got clips holding the hose onto the sign. I'm moving up in the world, y'all. I am moving up. See, look at this. They're here together. Brown leaf thoroughwort and ovate leaf plantain. Doesn't that make a good combination? And then throwing in this ironweed. These guys are all staying here. They're not going anywhere. Okay, I got a spot for my red pentas. I'm going to be able to look out my garden window and see red pentas growing. Look how beautiful that's going to be. Oh, I need to get even more in here, but one is good for now. So I've got a hole dug right down in there. It's hard to see, but it's there. Okay, baby. Set you right down in there. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. I could put porterweed in too. I have a bunch of them in pots. Oh my goodness. I could put a porterweed right over there. Maybe we will. I could squeeze it in. You guys, I'm so excited to have this project started. I think it's going to go a lot faster than I thought because I have lots of energy. Like I can go all day and keep going and going and going. So if I feel tired, I know I'm coming down with something. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please tap the like button. If you want an email that have the links to everything that I share, my Amazon store, my Joyful Butterfly affiliate link, and how to join the Milkweed Crew, which is a way that you can support this channel if you love it. Only $4.99 a month. It's like saying, I love your channel every month for $4.99. And next video, oh my goodness, wait till you see everything that we did. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, that's it. Oh, enjoy some music, some happy music. and some beautiful butterflies. These butterflies that you're going to see were filmed in this garden by me over the past few days. So they're recent butterflies. All right, enjoy. Bye everyone.